Hi there. Welcome to a webinar provided by the Moran Company, an executive search firm. I'm Mike English, Vice President of Search Strategies, joined by Bill Moran, the founder and CEO of the Moran Company. So together we have a lot of experience working with search committees when hiring a nonprofit executive director. So wanted to provide some thoughts on best practices in forming a search committee. So Bill, maybe I'll just start with a simple one. How many people should be on a search committee?
My simple answer to that simple question is 4 to 5. You want enough so that if one person can't make the meeting, obviously the meeting can go on, but you don't want 7 or 8 really gets too many as far as the complexity of scheduling things and just the decision making. You could go 4 to 6 would also be another answer.
And who should be on the search committee? What type of people?
Yeah, it's a board decision hiring your new executive director or CEO. So it's board members for the most part. You want your best board members. This is probably the most important decision that board will be making during its tenure. And so the executive committee will work well as the search committee. It'll integrate with the board leadership. Other individuals who might have nonprofit experience, they understand how nonprofits work and have experience with governance, may also be possible as a member.
Any thoughts on who the chair of the committee should be?
Yeah, the chair is really important. So when we do searches with nonprofits, we collaborate with that chair very closely. It's really important that that person be highly respected by the other board members. It could be a current board chair, could be a past board chair. And so there's other possibilities, but it's just somebody who understands the process and will collaborate with us if we do the search, if someone like us does, a search firm does the search, but also with the other board members.
And a question we frequently get is about whether or not the outgoing CEO or executive director should be a member of the search committee. What is your perspective on that question?
Yeah, it's a good question. The conventional wisdom is that the outgoing CEO should not serve as a voting member of the committee, and I think that's true. The best position is for that. But having said that, the outgoing CEO has an incredible amount of knowledge about the position and has often many contacts in the sector that would be valuable in the search. So they can be a very valuable advisor to the committee, but not a voting member.
And then similarly, I guess a final question is about staff. Any thoughts on how to incorporate senior staff or members of the staff in the search process or on the search committee?
Yeah, so same with the senior staff. They should not be picking their boss, right? And especially if there's an internal candidate that rises from the staff that's applied. So you don't want the senior staff voting members of the committee, but they can be they often will have networks. They'll understand what's going on internally. And so often at the very beginning of the search, you'll poll them or survey them to get their feedback on who kind of attributes you're looking for in the new CEO. And then at the end of the search, often the senior staff will provide feedback on the candidates that come in. You often have a meet and greet at the end.
Well, thank you, Bill. So Bill actually wrote a blog on this topic that has a lot more detail than we could get into today, and it even includes a number of agenda items for a search committee to include in their initial meetings. And so I would refer to that website, to the Moran Company website, to find that blog for more information. We appreciate you joining us, and thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.